Tim and Calvin, the Battle of Guadalcanal, codenamed Operation Watchtower, it started 72 years ago next month. Ended February 1943. It was fought on and around the island. 3 major land battles, 7 naval battles. Chattanooga's George Palmer was there on a destroyer in the Pacific. Mr. Palmer joined the Navy in 1941.
I went in about 8 months before Pearl Harbor.
He served on several different naval vessels, but saw the most action on the USS Duncan.
And I was the first shellman on this gun here. And just fast as I could throw that shell in, that gun was firing. Whoomp, whoomp, whoomp.
October 11th, 1942. The Duncan found itself in a fight with several Japanese ships, but the next day, the Duncan was sunk.
I went off on the other side into the water and was in it 12 hours before I was picked up.
The Duncan was hit and was on fire when George Palmer and his fellow sailors jumped into the ocean. 50 men from that destroyer were killed. George Palmer and 194 other men spent hours floating in the shark-infested waters, but made it out alive.
When I was picked up, I looked down and sharks was all over the place, but they never did bother me.
Mr. Palmer happy to make it out of that fight, got a few days off.
I came home on survivor's leave and met Virginia, and we dated then, and then I went back overseas and was gone almost 2 years.
He spent a lot of time thinking about the girl he met in Chattanooga.
You know, a funny thing, when the moon would be out, and I was over in Italy, and I'd look up and I'd wonder, now, is she looking at that same moon as I am?
George married Virginia before he got out of the Navy. They were married 59 years. She passed away 10 years ago. They raised a family together and spent the rest of their lives in Chattanooga.
And of course I miss her, and but she was a pretty thing, you can see that.